Can you hear me? Hi. Dr. Komori?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes,
Okay.
very clear. Thank you.
Okay, we'll start the meeting. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the international editors of CMH. Thank you for joining us, although for some of you it's very early in the morning or late at night. As this first slide shows, we have managed to achieve 14 points in the 2023 journal citation reports. And this is solely thanks to dedications and efforts from the editors who are right here with us. So I'd like to start this meeting by giving a big round of applause for all the 8 editors of CMH. We have started the annual International Editorial Board meeting from 2022, which brings us to the third meeting this year. On behalf of the current Editor-in-Chief Won Kim, I will be moderating this meeting. I'm Sung-Won Lee, the Vice Secretary General of CASL, and I'm assisting the Editor-in-Chief on International Affairs regarding CMH. Next slide, please. We'd like to especially thank 2 previous Editors-in-Chief for attending this meeting, Professor Yoon-Jun Kim and Professor Seung-Up Kim. And of course, we are particularly grateful to the international editors, Dr. Wong, Dr. Lee, Dr. Komori, Dr. Fan, Dr. Mack, Dr. Ye, Dr. Sukoyan, Dr. Kawaguchi, Dr. Yang, Dr. Lee, Dr. Kawada, Dr. Terai, Dr. Kao, Dr. Ko, Dr. Cheng, and Dr. Terence Lee, and Dr. Naoshi Nishida. I would like to ask Dr. Yoon-Jun Kim for an opening remark. He was the Editor-in-Chief of CMH for 4 years between 2016 and 2019. And 2019 was the year CMH was first indexed in SCIE. He's the current president of CASL. Professor Kim, please.
Good day, everyone. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to participate in the CMH International Editorial Board meeting. I'm Yoon-Jun Kim from Seoul National University, and I'm the president of the CASL. From 2016 to 2019, I had the privilege of serving as editor-in-chief for CMH, and now I serve as editor-in-chief emeritus. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate CMH for its remarkable achievement this year. Its impact factor has been escalated to 14, making the journal now the 6th most influential one in the field of gastroenterology and hepatology. Congratulations once again. The driving force behind the remarkable growth was undoubtedly the dedication of yours. Before this speech, I had this chance to look into the program, and I see a very charming list of discussions prepared today. I bet it will be a very valuable chance for all of us to exchange our insight on the challenges that lie ahead and ways to improve ourselves even more. CASL is devoted to extending opportunities for promising emerging researchers to submit their groundbreaking studies to CMH. I hope that CMH will become a platform that can present more randomized controlled trials in the future and a beneficial and lively forum for many young doctors studying hepatology. Together, we'll be able to establish CMH as a globally recognized academic journal. Thank you once again for coming today, and hope you have a great time today. Thank you.
Thank you, President Kim. Next, I would like to ask Dr. Seung-Up Kim, who I'm sure all of you know very well. He was the immediate past editor-in-chief. Dr. Kim?
Thank you for your introduction and greeting, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
Sure, yeah.
I'm Professor Seung-Up Kim from Yonsei University in South Korea. From 2020 to 2023, I had the honor of serving as the editor-in-chief of CMH. I'd like to congratulate CMH for its recent achievement. It was all thanks to the great work and exceptional contribution from our editors. It is indeed a remarkable moment for CMH and a significant milestone for its journey ahead. Thank you for your precious time and attention, and I look forward to an active and inspiring discussion today. Thank Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Kim. Next, Professor Won Kim, the current editor-in-chief.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to participate in the CMH International Editorial Board Meeting. I'm the editor-in-chief, and I would like to start with the remarkable achievement the journal has made this year. The impact factor of the journal, which was hovering slightly above 8, has been escalated to 14, making the journal now the 6th most influential one in the field of gastroenterology and hepatology. This remarkable achievement would never have been possible without all your hard work and dedication. Thank you all once again, and let us savor the joy of this milestone. Yet, this accomplishment also marks the beginning of a whole new journey we must make. In the coming years, we must go through how we can sustain this hard-earned achievement, searching for ways to improve the status of the journal at the same time. Today, we will briefly begin with the introduction of the future of CMH, as well as the current status of CMH. Then, with your precious time and insights, we will seek possible strategies that can improve the qualitative indicators other than impact factors. An active discussion on how to garner quality research will ensue as well. Then we will welcome any suggestions for special issue themes for next year. Next, we will have a chance to ponder over the ways to improve the journal's infrastructure and then share your experiences as authors and editors with us. Last but not least, we would like to hear from you how to reward and support you, editors and reviewers. I'll end this opening speech with the hope that every one of you makes the best of our time here together, exchanging and communicating various opinions. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kim. Now let's move on to show you the current status of CMH. First, this is a slide showing the recent acceptance rates of the original research papers. You can see that the number of submissions of the research papers during the 6 months this year has already surpassed the yearly submissions during 2021 and 2022. And as a result, the acceptance rate has dropped to 3.3% this year so far. These are the recent CMH metrics. The total acceptance rates, including original articles, review articles, editorials, letters, correspondence, and snapshots, around 12%. In order to make your life easier, the desk tries to reject less competitive journals as much as possible, around 70%. Also, we are always trying hard to make CMH more author-friendly by shortening time to first decision for all manuscripts. And we have managed to make it less than 7 days this year so far. Last year, we have published a total of 83 articles. To note, there were relatively more review articles from international authors last year, as we have published a special issue on NAFLD, which mainly consists of review articles on diverse aspects of the disease. These are the most highly cited papers from last year. So ChatGPT, which is one of the hottest issues, was the most highly cited article. And generally, review articles and epidemiology papers on NAFLD and HCC were highly cited. And we are once again proud and thankful to you, as the impact factor has more than tripled during the last 4 years, which made us rank 6th out of all 143 journals of gastroenterology and hepatology. So many of the editors who have participated today were also with us last year. Looking very happy, especially Dr. Grace Wong. Let's move on to reviewing suggestions made from the previous board meeting and how we try to make those happen. The suggestions were: 1, increase in the use of graphic abstracts; 2, more research papers on RCTs on popular and controversial issues; 3, personal contact with experts and key opinion leaders to take part in position papers, review papers or editorials on hot topics; 4, publish more special issues covering controversial medical issues in Asia; and lastly, actively use social media to increase visibility and citation of CMH. So as for the graphical abstracts, we have made it essential for all original research papers to submit graphical abstracts. And when we take a closer look, in the left-hand side is how they appear in the CMH website, and on the right is how they appear in the published article. Second, there hasn't been many RCTs on popular controversial issues submitted as much as we hoped for. However, we did publish a few articles on clinical trials, and we hope that the rise in the impact factor this year may encourage the authors to submit good RCTs to CMH this year. And we try to make personal contact with experts and key opinion leaders. For example, Dr. Ulrike Protzer was the president of the German Association for the Study of the Liver and very renowned for her works in HBV, has submitted this nice research paper. And we personally asked Dr. Antonio Bertoletti, who is also very renowned for his works on HBV, from the editorial, and he willingly consented to write one. Also, position statements involving opinion leaders from various Asian countries were published. We have asked for editorials from global figures in pathology such as Jacob George and Dr. Sukoyan, and we can see from this slide that this editorial was cited 21 times for just over a year, and this shows the importance of good editorials. Next, regarding the special issue covering hot issues in Asia, we have published a special issue which covers all aspects of NAFU last February, and we are particularly thankful to the international editors because this idea came up during the International Editorial Board meeting, and the articles in this issue were cited more compared to other articles of CMH. And President Yoon-Jung Kim personally gave the idea for the graphics of this nice cover page, so thank you, President Kim. Also, we're trying to utilize the social media. Not many followers yet, but we're working on it. Speaking of social media, Dr. Elliot Tapper, who is the editor-in-chief of Hepatology Communications, was here in Seoul 2 weeks ago. And he posted this interesting tweet saying that he and Dr. Yuji Hoshida are learning from the CMH and taking notes on how to get papers accepted and raise the impact factor. And I think CMH should learn from Professor Tapper on how to use the social media so well. So I have gone over the present state of CMH. I would like to now talk about the future and visions of CMH. It is to foster global participation, actively increasing contributions and engagements from Europe and the US as well. To be a leading journal that sheds light on the future of hepatology for next generation hepatologists. To serve as a pivotal bridge between basic science and clinical translation hepatology. To be an open-minded journal that builds consensus among authors, reviewers, and readers. Publish more clinical trial results as a patient-centered journal, and to transform current liver healthcare into advanced systematic practice guidelines. Now we'll go on to have an open discussion. We have 6 topics, and the first topic is on the impression or overall assessment of CMH from international board members. For a smooth and speedy discussion, we have divided the topics for each editor, but all the participants are welcome to speak of their ideas at any time. So Dr. Fan, are you here?
Hi, everyone. Good evening and good morning. As we know, CMH is currently becoming a respected and famous academic journal. According to the new issue, The Impact Factor, CMH is the highest impact medical journal in South Korea and the #1 of the digestive journals in Asia Pacific regions. It is ranking as the 6th in the field of gastroenterology and hepatology. The order is just behind the very famous journal with long history, such as gastroenterology and gut. Big congratulations. In my opinion, CMH is appreciated for its rigorous peer review process. The reputation of the authors contributed to the journal and its contribution to advance the understanding of various liver disease through the dissemination of high-quality research and the interface of clinical practice and molecular mechanism. This enriches the content and provide a comprehensive perspective on liver health and liver disease. In summary, CMH holds a significant position in the academic landscape of gastroenterology and hepatology, but continuous improvement and adaptation are essential to meet the evolving expectation of the scientific community and the patients with liver disease. Thanks. This is my opinion.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fan. Want to have any chat? Okay, so then could you hear from Dr. Kawada, please?
Yes, I'm Nori Kawada from Osaka Metropolitan University, Osaka, Japan. The name of our university has been changed to Osaka Metropolitan University. So, anyway, congratulations for the great success of CMH with amazing high impact factor. I appreciate all of the editors, board members, and reviewers for their great contribution to the success of this CMH journal. I think the success of this journal is due to the high quality paper published in review articles and basic science and translational and clinical research. All of them contribute to the increase of the quality of the journal, I guess. So I hope the further development of the journal in the near future. And once again, I should say this is amazing success of the journal. Thank you very much.
Very much for your kind words. Could you let me move on to the next? It's the strategies for enhancing journal metrics beyond impact factor. Dr. Grace Wong.
Hello, everyone. Hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Hi,
we can
hear you very well.
we can hear
Hi,
you.
everyone. Yeah, good evening and good morning, good afternoon to all the colleagues from different parts of the world. Yeah, I once again, I echo the colleagues for the great, huge success, especially when many other journals, in fact, have their impact factors drops a little bit. So I think that we may further enhance to see, learn from the success of the current highly cited paper. I think CMH has the advantage to take the very timely, very hot topic like the ChatGPT is a great one. So I think we can keep exploring some topics which is very heated. Like for example, there are now the new WHO guidelines and also some guidelines coming up. And in fact, this is a very we raised a lot of hot discussion. I think this is one of the examples we can propose something really new and really hot, and invite some people they know the field as well. They can really write up a very nice review paper in a timely fashion. So I think this is one way to have other highly cited papers in the near future. Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Wong, so keep up with the new topics and hot topics and maybe guidelines. Okay, thank you for your ideas. Dr. Joseph Lee.
Hi, yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so if I may, can I share my slide with you? Just, I have a couple of slides to share with you, so. Can you, okay. Got it. Yeah, first of all, yeah, I'd like to congratulate you, all of you for the achieving this remarkable increase in impact factors. And so I just give you, just summarize what's going on in the field of the gastroenterology and hepatology. So the new impact, I just log in the JCR to check the status of the CMH over other journals, and it is the number 6 in terms of the impact factor in field of the gastro and hepatology. And most surprisingly, so it actually surpassed the hepatology, yeah, which is kind of the milestone for the everybody's to achieve the impact factor in regarding of visibility. And so I just look at the quick look at the difference between Journal of Hepatology and Hepatology. So, I mean, when I just studied investigating, liver disease in many years ago under Snorri Thorgesson's mentorships, hepatology was far better than the Journal of Hepatology. There was 20 years ago. Now it's been changed. I think biggest difference was the Journal of Hepatology. They continue to publish the guideline of the treatment and also current trends. In contrast, hepatology, they used to do that, but they no longer publishing consensus of the treatment, also consensus of the stagings. I think the biggest thing that happened was the Journal of Hepatology. They started to publish the BCLC in this. What I can say is just I only know about in the liver cancer disease as a disease in the field of liver cancer. So as far as I know, once they started publishing Cleveland Clinic's the CRBC, that the standard for the patient stratifications. I think there was probably the beginning, of the era that they starting to having the better the impact factors. So what is the driving impact factor for the CMH was also this. This is probably the same to the older medical journals. A practice guideline has been published, and that has been cited quite a bit. So what I can suggest is just if we can come up with publish the Asian consensus guideline for the liver disease, I think that would be get the much better visibility to the researchers, also the clinicians. And I think we should continue to publish the review article, the trending topics, and also use the social media more efficiently, such as I think rather than Twitter and Facebook, probably using LinkedIn would be their much better way to spread out this news when you publish it. And then I have many colleagues, they are posting their publication on LinkedIn, which has much recognition than probably a better recognition than other social media. And also we can also starting to use the one-page snapshot, which has been used by many other big journals. They have just says the sister journals. They all starting to have the one-page snapshot for trendy topics. I think so. Or we can also encourage our colleague to use the citation or papers they published in CMH in their interview or academic discussions. And so that's all I can say today. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for taking your time to prepare very nice slides and giving very nice ideas. We'll try to follow on your ideas and maybe give you feedback next year on how we really worked on your ideas. So let's move on to the next discussion title. So balancing impact factor growth with publishing high quality research. This means enhancing the quality of CMH beyond quantitative growth. Dr. Komori?
Okay, first of all, congratulations for the big leap to 14 of the citation impact factor of your prestigious journal. So considering about the the future maintenance of the impact or even further improving the factor, I agree with your current strategy, including the publishing the highly impact reviews along with the guidelines or something like that. So yeah, basically your strategies as you should continue strategy in the further. But again, as most of your colleagues, many of your colleagues already mentioned that increasing the number of the articles about the RCT or the articles about the Asian consensus of the papers, because your paper is the hub journal, the regarding the era of the kind of collaboration between Japanese Society of Hepatology and the TASO and the CASO. That's why you should again behave as the hub of the Asian hepatology research. And on the other hand, we should also enhance the publication of the translation or even basic research. So in that sense, it is one of the idea to introduce kind of the very top basic hepatologist research all over the world to have the kind of provocative reviews or original articles or others. Thank you.
Disagree on publishing Asian consensus researches and maybe increase a little bit on basic and translational research.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Komori. Dr. Yang?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm sorry, actually, I'm joining a little bit late. So I was extremely pleased to see the growth of the journals, especially with the recent impact factors for 14, is truly an amazing achievement. It's really an honor to serve as one of the associate editors. So I think that we've been very successful in terms of even increasing the journal's impact factors. And I think that in general, impact factors go with a number of the high quality papers. That's why actually the papers are getting citation and impact factors going up. So I think that the one thing I think that we're still missing is I think that some diversities in terms of the papers where papers were submitted. That I think that we need a little bit more on the globalization of the paper being published in our journal, more recognition outside of the Korea or Asian country. So I think that with that, I think that our journal will get more reputation, recognitions in the field, and better paper will be submitted and being accepted for publication. I think that will go together with the increasing impact factors. So I think that we can probably start even our associate editors or the editorial board members, especially people outside of the Korea, start thinking actually ahead our own paper actually when we have a good publication and knowing actually increasing impact factors, that if we can start considering submitting our own work, actually really decent work, and think of our journal actually ahead of the other competitive journal, I definitely will increase the number of the high quality publication, and other experts in the field will see this publication and then gather more recognition, and a higher quality research paper will be submitted, and which will eventually increase impact factors in a synergistic manners. So yeah, overall, I'm very happy with our trajectories, and hopefully we will have another success in the new cycle. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yang. So globalization of publications and the editorial board and increasing diversity within the journal. Thank you very much. So we don't have Dr. Kinwa Lee with us today. Do any other editors have any other opinions on this titles?
Actually, I want to say something. So I'm Terence from Hong Kong. So thank you very much for inviting me to attend this meeting. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate all the efforts from the editorial board members to make a very good achievement for the CMH. It's a very good news that the impact factor actually surpassed the hepatology. I have some points to share with you how to balance the impact factors goal with the publishing high quality research. So first of all, I think I suggest the editorial members, for example, associate editors and viewers, will have a more stringent criteria to select the papers and also to evaluate the papers. Because I believe that high quality papers, if published, they will actually have some effects on the impact factors. If we publish a very low impact factors papers that is not a good qualities, they will also lead to the lowering of the impact factors. Because you know that every year the impact factors is fluctuating. Sometimes it go up, sometimes it go down. So first of all, we have to, make it, steady, make it like to improve the quality of the papers. And also how to improve the high quality research. I think I suggest, for example, we can invite some reviews of some giants in the field, for example, Tim Gretton in the field of cancer immunology, and also invite some kind of the papers from, for example, from the translational research, including some clinical trial status for combination therapies, for HCC treatment, etc. So I agree with another editors mentioning that diversification is very important. Because based on what I have observed in this journal, that the majority of the paper published are from China and also from South Korea. I suggested that you can do more promotion. For example, I have learned from your introduction that you already do some promotion in Twitter. I think you can do more in this area so that we can attract more submission, not only limited to Asia, but also in other Western countries, etc. I think this will, all these efforts will improve and maintain our impact factor, as well as the maintaining the high quality research. This is what I want to share. Thank you.
Dr. Terence Lee, once again, increasing diversity in increasing basic science and translation research and diverse nations, authors and editors and reviewers. Okay, thank you very much. Next, let's move on to the next title. It's proposals for special issue themes for next year. Dr. Matthew Ye. He was here, but maybe Dr. Hu first. Matthew Ye, please.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute my the video. So thanks for inviting me, and nice to see everybody here, and congratulations on a great accomplishment. Yeah, I just saw this. I was assigned for this section. So yeah, I think I agree with what our preceding participant and editors were commenting, that increasing the diversity, and so and also include perhaps participating writers and from other continents, and yeah, but still certainly probably because this is maybe what makes this journal also unique is also to emphasize also some Asian Pacific unique not disease, but say like like MASH and fatty livers certainly is the most current common disease, but with the most common comorbidity or contributing factor as type 2 diabetes, that's the most common contributing factor, and then that's very actually probably one of the most prevalent factor in Asia. So that may be something to focus on too, and then also some consensus guidelines or recommendations from the society, such as Apostle, how to address that, to mitigate type 2 diabetes, to mitigate MASLD, and certainly artificial intelligence, and that will probably to mitigate this disease. And I guess I'm a pathologist, so certainly I would like to see some liver pathology in some special issues. Thank you.
Type 2 diabetes, muscle, AI, and pathology. Okay, thank you very much for your opinion. Dr. Popo, please.
Yes. Hello, and again, let me extend my congratulations also. It's just so wonderful to see how the journal has evolved over the past several years, and what a team effort. For proposals for special issue themes for next year, I was giving this some thought, and there are a couple of broad areas that I think that you could probably put together a special issue that I think not only would be valuable for clinicians and researchers, but also would be widely cited. And one of the special issues might be the topic that several have mentioned, which is the use of AI, artificial intelligence. And I could envision a special issue on artificial intelligence in hepatology and where we are now and how this will evolve. This could include, in my opinion, invitations for reviews for hepatologists on the basics of artificial intelligence. Many of us are just learning how to use ChatGPT and other tools, and it would really be helpful, I think, for all readers if somebody wrote a primer on the basics of using AI, nomenclature, how it's used, and then explore how AI is already used in various aspects of liver disease, be it the common, highly cited article. This was Dr. Guo's article on AI for HCC interpretation, but AI is used in MASLD. It's used in a variety of different liver diseases, and it's being leveraged in the practice of hepatology as well. And I think that this would be an area. We could also invite people to opine on what the future of AI is going to be in various aspects of clinical hepatology as well as research. I thought that would be one potential special issue that would be topical and I think would be highly cited. I'm not sure that anybody has done this yet, although I haven't done an exhaustive search. That was number one. The other is, of course, the disease which is quite prevalent in Asia, which again would be hepatitis B. We have our in viral hepatitis, we have perhaps our first therapies that may be improving functional cure rates coming. And there are a variety of new exciting technologies that are coming forward now to try and improve functional cure rates. People are now talking for the first time about various ways to manipulate the CCC DNA, not only through CRISPR, but other techniques as well. We have more mature data now on capsids, siRNAs, neutralizing antibodies, and I think that would be a potential special issue that I think also would be highly cited as well for just readers, not only in Asia and Korea, but I think also this would be appropriate worldwide as well, and could contribute to the increased risk factor or increased impact factor. I'll just leave it there. And then my only other suggestion was just listening to the discussions that if we want to improve our clinical trial submission rate, that it would be nice if on the information of authors that we do what some other journals do, which is that we have an expedited pathway, even though our turnaround time is quite short. But for somebody who completes a early phase or late phase trial, they want to get it published quickly. And if we could make the offer that we will evaluate this and give you an expedited answer, I think this would encourage more high quality submissions to the journal. And I'll stop here. Thank you so much again, and so pleased to be part of this.
Thank you very much, Dr. Paul. So 2 votes for AI and its use in liver disease, and no therapeutic for HBV. Thank you very much.
HBV, yes. Thank you.
Dr. Kawaguchi, please.
Yep, here. Thank you for inviting me in such an important meeting. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Well,
Okay. Good. And then I'd like to congratulate again a success, so the great success for CMH. My proposal of the special issue of the theme is an Asian consensus statement for the lean muscle, which is the future of Asian muscle. The another proposal is the Met ALD is the new concept of SLD, and then the drinking is an also quite important issue in the not only the liver disease but also the other gastroenterological diseases. And then third, and is the special issue for the intrahepatic cholangiocellular carcinoma, because there are new therapeutic strategy developed so far. But we do not have much data on that. So I will propose these three themes for the special issues in the next year. Thank you, and I think congratulations for the great success in CMH.
thank you very much, Dr. Kawaguchi. So subtypes of steatoid liver disease such as MET-ALD and lean muscle and intrahepatic cholangiocarcinoma and novel therapies related to it. Thank you very much for your ideas. Do any
Right.
other editors have other opinions on this theme? Okay, let's move on to the next page. So improving the journal's infrastructure and author editor experience. This is maybe refers to online platform and anything we can do to assist the author and especially editors. Dr. Mack, please.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me and congratulate CMH again for the great success. I have prepared a brief slide. Can I share the screen? Thank you. So I am asked to share my insights on how to improve the journal's infrastructure and also author and editor experience. So I think maybe I start with authors. So I concur with other associate editors and the editor-in-chief in saying that we should need to promote newly published papers. And I think learning from other journals' behavior, they would ask authors to provide their Twitter handle name upon admission, or even the LinkedIn account name, so that we can tag them when we publish or when we promote their accepted articles on the CMH journal social media platform. So I think that is one thing we can do to increase the social media visibility. And the second point is, I understand that our journal is an open access journal requiring APC charge. I'm thinking if we can possibly consider fee waiver or discount for certain authors who, for example, who cite a lot of our journal's papers, or sometimes some journals would ask the authors to supply cover images, like Lancet. They would ask authors to provide some cover images to be considered. And also for authors who contribute to special issues or review articles, maybe they can have a discount on their fee that may attract them more good authors to submit to our journal. And the third point is, I understand that our journal, it's a very unique publisher. And unlike other journals with a lot of different journals in the same publisher, it may be difficult to consider a transfer option, but I think it is worth exploring, because especially we see that the desk rejection rate is quite high and the acceptance rate is less than 5%. I think having a transfer option would be less discouraging to the authors. And fourthly would be diversity. And as our journal is a patient-centered journal, I think it would be good that to show that our journal really care about diversity. Especially, we should consider inviting or actually acknowledging more ethnic minorities or gender inequalities, and even for patient advocacy groups. And for the editor's part, I think it may be a good idea for us to arrange a high-profile editor meeting in major international conferences, so that people would know that our journal has a very great leadership in the editorial board, and the best place would be in international meetings like ASLD in San Diego in November. The second suggestion is to consider using tools in the submission platform for the editors to cross-check whether the submitted paper has any overlap with any existing online literature. So that would help to facilitate whether the paper should be subjected to peer review, or if there's already similar papers published, then probably no need for external review. And the third point would be editor recognition. I think it is quite less frequently done for other journals, but I think social media would help. Sometimes maybe we can even recognize good associate editors with just a simple certificate. And also, I think it would be helpful to describe a very brief biography for the editors as a pop-up website or a link in the editorial blog page on our journal. That would help to increase the visibility as well. So that's the end of my sharing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Matt, for giving us such very nice insights. I will certainly review this and discuss this within the local editorial board and give you feedback on every aspect. Thank you. And Dr. Chen?
Yeah, I'm T.C. Zheng from National Taiwan University Hospital. So can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, like all of you, I have to congratulate to the CMH. Yeah, I mean, you did a very great job. Although I have no idea what kind of magic, I mean, the CMH has done, but just keep doing it. And so the impact factor will keep escalating. Yeah. So I also asked my colleagues in Taiwan, so what's their impression about the CMH? Previously, they will say, oh, it's a journal publish good clinical papers. And now you will say, oh, it's a journal with high impact factor publishing good clinical papers. But I mean, if we want to achieve the journal, like for example, like the level of gastro, gut, stage, something like that, I think these journals are more like I would like to say it's a more comprehensive journal, because they not only publish the clinical research. I think at least about 1/3 to about half of their papers are about basic research or even translational research. So I think maybe we should encourage more this kind of papers to be published in our journal. Although I'm not sure if it could really increase our impact factor, but I think this kind of encouragement may make our CMH a better journal. Yeah, so that's my opinions. So about the infrastructure, about this of being an editor, yeah, actually I have encountered some problems. Maybe you can give me some suggestions. For example, as an editor, I usually assign 2 to 3 reviewers for the paper that I think that should be reviewed. But sometimes when I have some problem when assigning a reviewer, especially when the paper is about for example, it's a liver paper, of course, but it is about a very specific statistic analysis. So in that case, the reviewer must be someone who knows liver disease and also a specialist about this kind of specific statistic analysis. But it sometimes causes me a lot of trouble because it's very difficult to find an expert with 2 kind of skills. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you can give me some ideas when we dealing with this kind of assigning the paper for the reviewers. And I also have a suggestion, because right now there are a lot of, I mean, the ChatGPT is very popular for us to do some help about editing our papers. So is there any policy, I mean, of the CMH about using the ChatGPT for the authors? I'm not sure, so just a question. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
ChatGPT, we have the system, or?
No, I mean, do we have any policy using the ChatGPT in publishing our paper, or? Yeah, for example,
In fact, recently we adopted the AI-based filtering and screening device to pre-screen articles submitted to CMH, because some papers may use the AI-based algorithm or programs, even though they do not disclose the use of such an AI assisted devices. So we can check whether the authors may use the AI assisted program or devices in the stage of the submission process. So we can check the all articles to be submitted to CMH recently. Yeah.
So we have the program to do.
Yeah.
Catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever uses ChatGPT, we have the program to detect whether they
Yeah, those, we do not care about the grammar, spelling, or writing checks by the AI device, AI programs. We want to check the whether to use AI devices for statistical analysis or getting some data or results from their research. That's why we want to check the papers before transferring to a next submission process.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Chen.
Yeah, so do we ask the authors to disclose how they use ChatGPT, something like that, to assist the authors for editing their work or grammar check or to have a disclosure? Do you have this kind of work?
Also to check grammars or spellings?
Our local domestic editorial board members sometimes use the ChatGPT or other AI algorithm to check the grammar or spelling for editing the accepted articles before finally published in our journals. So sometimes we can use that. Yeah.
Yeah. So do we need the author to do the disclosure?
No. The authors don't need to disclose the use of the AI devices such as ChatGPT for checking grammar or spelling and writings. That's not our purpose.
Yeah, because I just noticed some journals, when I submit the papers, they will ask you to do the disclosure. So I'm just thinking if the CMH will do the same work. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Chen. We will discuss this with the local editorial board, whether we need another additional policy in checking, maybe distinguishing using grammar, spelling check simple, or using ChatGPT to really write the manuscript. So maybe whether we need to also disclosure on this matter. Thank you, Dr. Chen. Is this what you meant?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the last theme now. It's rewarding and supporting editors and reviewers, because you know very well that you're working so hard for us. Dr. Tarai, do you have any ideas on this theme?
Okay, KCB. Okay, congratulations. Is at this time CMH is the very high impact factor. I'm very surprising in the starting time, but the great success is to getting a big impact factor. And so we would like to move to the next stage is that concerning to the rewarding to the editor, and is I think is recommended now getting a very high impact factor CMH. So is then we have some credit is to making some special review. Each editor, or of course, is that having enough quality is needed, but is that these credit to recommend this thing, it may be one choice. Other thing is thinking of the reviewer. As many people recently, many request for reviewing the coming to many journal. So I think is CMH is having is enough quality is a very important, is very reviewer can very easily evaluate it with each article very easily. So this system may be important because is our doctor is very busy recently, but many requests, many journals coming is to request the review, and many people is sometimes is that is enough effort can do the each journal. So I think is CMH is the first time is very easily evaluated each article. These system may be possible that that will be, I think, recommended. These are I'm thinking is that will be supporting also every reviewer, I think.
Opportunities for editors for special review.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, of course, is if they want to writing some special their specialty, they would like to writing some special review at the time is to the team, and that may be okay or not is to recommend. I think is it may be one choice to whole rewarding.
Thank you very much, Dr. Terai. Dr. Nishida, nice to meet you today. Do you have any opinions on this matter or any themes we have discussed so far?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So thank you for inviting me here. And first of all, I want to say congratulations for this tremendous progress regarding the impact factor and handling the high quality paper. And actually, I feel sometimes it's hard to find a good reviewer because some people may reject the review because they are very busy. So if possible, and there is some system that we can find a good reviewer, it's very happy for me. But I'm actually to find a good reviewer, I don't have a good idea right now. So maybe we need to have a lot of effort. We need more effort to find a good review. I'm sorry, I can say I can't have a good idea regarding this.
Ban the reviewer board and the pool of reviewers, good reviewers maybe, but we have to think about how to do that.
So actually we can find some system to find a good reviewer and send a review. So or I think the supporting to find a reviewer is I think one of the big issue, but actually I don't have a good idea. So maybe if we do a good review, there is some rewarding system, it might be helpful.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Nishida. Do any other editors have any opinions on all the themes we have discussed so far?
So I agree with Dr. Nishida that it is sometimes challenging to find good reviewers. When we find them, we should probably find other ways to help support their efforts because they're donating their time to us. They're busy. And, you know, if you're a good reviewer, you keep getting asked to review, not only from Clinical and Molecular Hepatology, but from 10 other journals. And it's just not feasible. You could spend your entire career as a reviewer. I wonder if for those that we feel are exceptional reviews, and I've seen many excellent reviews come through, that these are the people we prioritize for editorials as well. Because I think that if they've made the effort to review a paper effectively, then allowing them to write commentary about the paper, I think would encourage more participation, particularly for CMH. I think that might be one way to do this. I don't know if we can make a policy change and maybe the editors can decide whether or not that might be helpful. But I think for up and coming individuals who are really enthusiastic about this, it's just a tremendous thrill the first time I was asked to write an editorial. And I think it would be a way to bring younger faculty along.
Yeah, it is always difficult to find appropriate reviewers for the specific article from the perspective of editors in CMH as well as other journals. So right now, I don't have any good idea for that specifically, but I suggest that you can choose or select reviews from the pools of the authors who published their articles in CMH recently, because they are very familiar to CMH, a journal. And then also I think that they want to contribute to CMH more and more after publishing their articles in CMH. So if you have difficulty finding some appropriate reviews for the specific articles, I suggest that you may find some reviewers in the list of the authors who recently published their articles in CMH. And I think that we had a very great time to discuss a lot of things that should be done in the future for our journal CMH. And I think that let's summarize some important points that you already pointed out in today's meeting. The first one is that, recently many papers have been rejected, editorial rejected in CMH because of the very strict spaces in CMH. We don't have enough spaces for publication of many papers in our CMH journal. So I think that I have one idea to resolve that problem. That would be the we can make another article type, such as research correspondence or brief reports that have been already adapted by CGH, Clinical Gastroenterology and Hepatology, Liver International, and GOTS. Those journals already adapted the research correspondence or brief reports to give another opportunity to publish their articles in each journal. In the case of the rejected by the editorial board in the early stage. So why don't we make such a new article type in CMH? So that's my new idea in the future for our CMH. And the others are that to improve or increase the impact factor of our journal CMH, as already commented by all of you, many of you, we should publish as many as guideline papers, specifically focused on the Asian patients, including HBV or MASLD. So we are planning to make a new guideline regarding MASLD and hepatocellular carcinoma in the Asian perspective in the coming months. So in council, we are going to make a new guidelines for MASLD and HCC. So I hope to publish those guideline papers in the CMA sooner or later. And many good ideas and many good suggestions. We can share those new ideas. It's very a good opportunity for us to share with you. So before moving on the next program, for support celebration of our incredible big success of CMH and our today's meeting, turn on your screen and let's take the photo. Okay. Okay, smile, please. Cheers. You capture? Yes. Yes, great. Yeah, well done. And okay, let's move on, please. Yeah.
Thank you for all your nice suggestions and comments. Now, finally, before we wrap up the meeting, we'll announce who will win the Best Editor Awards this year. So, and the first award goes to Dr. Kawaguchi. Congratulations. He handled 10 papers, and please wait for personal contact from the editorial.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Cheng, congratulations. He had handled 8 papers. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And editors who handled papers with most citations, Dr. Piano had handled this paper with a citation of 21. And Dr. Kawada, congratulations, 10 citations for this paper.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to editors who won the awards, but we know that not only the editors who have won the award, but all of you have devoted so much for CMA. So we'll pick 2 more winners in a lucky draw. Dr. Yoonbin Lee, please. So when the name stops, you'll pop out. Oh, Dr. Wong, congratulations. And Dr. Ju Dong-yang, And before we wrap up, Dr. Yoonbin Lee, could you show us how to find the CMH social media account? So this is a CMH website, and if you go in here, there is a follow us Twitter right there. So if you could follow us, it will be of great help for us. Okay, so before we really close, like Dr. Matt suggested, we are planning to have a CMH editor team launch on Saturday, November 16th during the AASL Deliver meeting in San Diego this year. Yeah, so we'll inform you of the exact time and location when they are confirmed. So everyone here are welcome for a delicious and casual lunch in November in San Diego. Now I'd like to ask the editor-in-chief to close this meeting.
Thank you for your valuable time today and also sharing your very highly informative new ideas with us. And I'd like to extend my gratitude to all of you for your thoughtful devotion to our journal CMH. And also, in fact, we had a great time to discuss many things to improve our journal, CMH. So I think that we will reach higher position in the next year. I hope so. And then I'm really looking forward to seeing you again in the upcoming ASLD meeting in San Diego this year. So see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you in San Diego. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.